everyone, welcome to CodeSoft. In this video, we are going to talk about how do we actually query using these joins. So let's get started. Now this is the general query syntax that we actually use with the joins. So I'll go one by one, like line by line, and discuss how this actually works. So the first line is the select statement. Now you know that in any query we need to select the columns which we actually want to print in our output data, right? So similarly, we need to actually find out columns from both the table that we actually want to find out, print in the output data. So how this like syntax goes, inside square inside the select we actually mention comma separated all the columns that we want to print. Now each column is written as, first we write the name of the table dot the name of the column. So if I say that the table name is student and the column name is id, so what I'll mention here is select student dot id comma student dot name if there is any name column that we want to print, and so on. So why this table name is important? Because there are two tables present in our joining, in our join statement. So our computer needs to know that which column is actually present in which table that we are actually joining. So that is why the first line goes like select table name comma dot column name comma the next table name dot column name, and so on. We can mention as many number of columns that we actually want to print in our output, right? The next thing is from, and from in the general queries we just write from and table name, but here we write left table name space the name of the join that we are actually performing, be it left join, right join, outer join, or inner join. So all these things. So we need to mention the name of the join and then join and space right outer join. So how it goes like from left table name, type of join, and then join, and then right outer name. So let's say there are two tables, students and employees, and we're joining it. So it will go like from student left join and employees. So this is how it goes. Now the next column is very important, that is on, and then we need to mention something. Now this on specifies that, now we actually discussed in the previous video that two tables can only join if they have something in common, right? Some column that is matching in both these row, or that is connecting both the tables. So for that, this on mentions that particular column that is matching in both of them. So how it goes like on left table name dot matching column equal to right table name dot matching column. So we actually specified to the computer that hello, this is the matching column, and from in the left table it is named as this, and in right table it is named as this. So for example, there are two tables, the left one is student and the right one is employee. So this will go like on employee.id equals to student id, something like this, right? So this is how our general query works when we talk about joins. Now let's just talk about the specific queries in detail. So this is the table, the sample table on which we will be discussing all these join queries. So there are two tables. That is very obvious because we are using the join, and join works with two tables. The left one is the student details. So here all the details related to student is present, like his ID, his name, his branch, and there are four rows present in it, or four records, that is 1, 2, 3, and 4 ID: Jack, Alvin, Elvish, and Chris. On the right hand side, it is about the exam details, right? So exam details, there are three columns, that is ID, subject, marks. Now you need to take care here is that ID is matching in both the tables. So this is basically our matching column on which we will actually join our table, right? And in the right table there are five records, that is 1, 2, 3, 5, and 1, and there are different subjects in which that particular student has actually given exam, and his marks that is scored in that particular subject, right? So this is clear about the table introduction. Now there are certain points that we need to take care from these table. First is that whenever we have to join any two tables, we need to have a matching column, and in this case the matching column is ID column. So this is what I just mentioned is that we need to have a matching column, that is ID here, right? Now primary key, yeah, so we need to check on what is the primary key in both the tables. So in the left table the primary key is ID, because you can see that there is unique value for all the students. So if I talk about the details of a particular student, so every student will have only one record present, right? And the unique thing that is present in his data will be the ID, right? But if I talk about the right table, it will not be ID, because a particular student can give exam of more than one subject. Like in this case, you can see ID1, that is Jack. He's giving an exam of programming as well as DBMS. So here ID cannot be the primary key. Now, what exactly will the primary key here be? The second option will be marks, but marks can also not be possible, because two students can obviously score same marks in same subject or anything like that. And the third option is subject. Now, subject can also not be the primary key, because two students can give exam of a particular subject. Like in this case, you can see the DBMS exam is given by ID2 as well as ID1. So here we need to actually apply the concept of composite key. Now, if I talk about ID plus subject, and if I take, the composite of ID and subject, you will see all the unique values present in it. So my point is that any student and any subject, the combination will only be once, right? So that is why here composite key will actually be present. And this was some key points from these tables you need to take care. Now let's look at each different kind of join and how it actually will work on this particular sample data. So the first one is the inner join query. Now following the same general that we discussed in the first slide, first we will write select dot, now select space all the different columns that we actually want to print. So here I'm picking three columns, that is name from the student details, subject from exam details, and the marks that he scores from the exam details, right? Three columns. So I have followed table name dot the column name. So it goes like select student details dot name, exam details dot subject, and exam details dot marks. Now the next thing is from left table, name of the join, then right join, and then right table, right? So what the same thing I have followed. From student details, type of join becomes inner, and then we write join, and then the right table, that is exam details. On, now I discussed that after on we write the matching column that is present in both the tables. So here it is ID. So on student details dot ID equals to exam details on ID. So we specify the computer that this ID column is same in both the tables. That is why we are mentioning the equal to sign between both of them. So now if I talk about inner join, so inner join is basically the common part between both the tables, right? Or the intersection of both the tables. So if I go back to my sample table, and you can see that, okay, if we the matching column, we will go to the matching column and see. So you can see ID1 is present in left table and also in right table, so that is intersecting. So one will be printed. ID2 same goes for ID3. So ID1, 2, and 3 are present in both the tables. So these three will be the particular columns of these three records will be printed. But you can see ID4 is present only in left table and not in right. Similarly, ID5 is present in only right table and not in left. So the ID4 and ID5 will not be printed whenever we will join whenever we'll join using inner join. So you can see there are only four rows, that is Jack who is ID1, Alvin who is ID2, Elvis who is ID3, and again Jack who is ID1. So there is no presence of ID4 and 5 when I talk about the sample output. Now the next one is the left outer join. Okay, now if we recall about the left outer join, right? So left outer join basically means that the intersection will be printed and all the data that is present in the left table but not in the right table will be printed. The query again goes same, the same select statement, just the change will be in the type of join, that is from inner it becomes left. So if you look at the third line, that is from student details, left join exam details, and after on we'll just write the matching column. Now again I go back to my sample table. So here the same intersection part will be printed, that is 1, 2, 3. But here the column of Chris, that is the fourth row or the fourth record, ID4, that will also be printed because it is only present in left but not present in right. So if I just see the sample output, you can see the first four column is same, first four rows or records are same as the one in the inner join, because that specifies the intersection between the two tables. The fifth one is an addition whenever we'll write the left join. So that is of the ID4, right? Now you will see that the subject and marks column is null here because these two rows are present in the right table, but the column of Chris is not in the right table. That is why we will specify null in this particular case. Moving on to the next join type, that is the right outer query. So the query again goes same, just the change will be in the type of join. From left, it will change to right, right? And if I just recall about right outer join, so that is basically intersection plus the columns or plus the records present in the right table and not in the left table. Again, going back to the sample table, you can see that the that ID 5 is present in the right table but not in the left table. So ID 5 should probably be printed whenever we will call the right join. And also ID 4 will not be printed because it is only in the left table and not in the right table. So again, looking at the output, you can see that ID 5 is actually getting printed, but the name column here is null because it is not present in the student details table, and the name column is coming from the student details table. So ID 5, the name is unknown, but his subject and marks are present in the right table. So that particular data will actually be printed whenever we will write this particular query. Clear? So the last type of query is about the full outer join. So full outer join, we have discussed that it actually prints the entire data, all the 6 rows that is present, all the particular combinations. So everything will be printed whenever we will call the right outer join. So breaking the full outer join into 3 parts, it becomes the intersection plus the data present in right and not in left, plus the data present in left and not in right, right? So it is the combination of both all the other 3 kinds of data, and the change in the query just becomes in the type of join. So from left outer or right outer, it becomes full outer join, right? And so that's all about these kinds of join. I think now you will be able to query on different kind of joins. Now in the next video we will be talking how we can apply conditions with the joining of table, right? So how we can apply conditions like where clause with these join queries, right? So that's all with this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to add more festoons into your knowledge garland, and till then please keep subscribing. Thank you.